So where do we go from here? Good Saturday afternoon to you all, YouTube. It is 1:16 now in the PM. What you see before you is a circuit board. Now this circuit board is a no good circuit board, I guess is what you would call it. One I cleaned off, had all these different components on it, and we cleaned it off. Now of course it's got solder on the backside, but that's not of concern to me. I am very much thinking about using this for the hybrid radio RF mixer oscillator section, and I think this may come in handy as far as that is concerned. The obvious items that I need to mount are the tuning capacitor itself, which I believe mounts that way. Obviously this in here probably either I have to be unsoldered or something, or if I don't need this section I'll just cut that off. Not a big deal one way or the other. But these are the components I want to put on it. Now obviously the antenna can be separate. It won't fit on there obviously. But I think the rest of it will fit. I do believe. And our coil. There's all our parts right there. Those should fit rather well, I think. I'm going to try to keep the layout as close as I can to the original from the Motorola. And like I said, that mounts there. That would be fine there. I could mount the tube behind it. Not a big deal there either. I think originally it was like this. We can even do that. That wouldn't even be bad. That would work. That would be workable. Our IF could go over here, and our basically our what do you call it can go here anywhere, and be run to the correct spots. I'm going to try to keep it all above board because like I say, on the back side is having to deal with the solder. I want everything to be able to connect point to point, obviously. So that's all we're going to have to worry about is doing that. But I'm thinking about doing that. I have ordered a blank perf board or proto board, whatever you want to call it. But I think this might work out better because, why ruin a perfectly good proto board for something that I could make use of, this free. That's the way I look at it anyway. You may not agree. I don't know. I think these are going to have to go the other way, which is fine too. Go underneath there like that. That'll be fine. And like I said, it mounts like that. And that would be great. That would be basically the front of it. I guess our antenna would be off to the side. The antenna can be mounted anywhere. Not mounted, but... well, actually, it could be mounted. It could be mounted behind there. I never even saw that. That would actually work. Well, that would be nice. That would give everything, the correct orientation. And it might work out pretty good, I think. So, anyway, that's a thought on what I'm using here. I think that, again, making use of old stuff like this is always a good idea. If I need more room, I could take all those little headers there, and that would be work fine too. I have two of those are still in pretty good shape on the bottom. That one's not in such a great shape. Now the wires themselves will have to have holes drilled for that. I was hoping to get all this wired on the top side, but again, it doesn't matter. It can be wired on the bottom side. That might be the way to go, and then put some kind of legs on this where it'll sit up off the ground a little bit. Just an idea playing with. I think it's a pretty good idea, especially after thinking about this a little bit more and seeing that could be mounted pretty easily right there. And I'm not saying that would allow all the functionality of the original, but it would be, at least mounted somewhere, and it would be accessible. The wires attached to these places here, but I can make the wires come out anywhere I want and do that. I have plenty of little screws to mount that with if I need to do that, and Trying to see what was on the bottom of that holding that up, but something. Maybe it's just got to go that way, I guess. I think maybe that's how it mounts. So that would work out again. That would give you your antenna. And you can go from there. The easy part to mount, I think, is this, because just a couple of holes and that mounts down. I'll need a common, obviously common ground for this as far as where it mounts and things like that. I think I can turn this over. I think I can do this and then mount it that way. I don't know that I can, but if I can, that would probably be the better option, I think. I do believe. But I think that'll let me do that, I hope. Maybe not. I don't know, we'll see. It's not a big deal if it mounts on the side. Yeah, it's really not a big deal. Again, like this tube socket now, I think that's going to have to be mounted to where the wiring could be done underneath. You can see there's your two mounting holes right there, the metal parts. So they'll have to have little standoffs. I've got standoffs that'll allow me to set it up like that. And that'll work out good. I want to test that on the tube socket. There's our mounting holes here. One there, one there. I've got standoffs I can use to lift it off the board a little bit. I can make the hole big enough to where the wires will go through. Measure this resistor to find out if it's correct value. If it is, I'm going to leave it like it is. No sense in reinventing the wheel. And these obviously can be taken off and unsoldered, moved. I'll obviously put a new capacitor in. These wires, I don't know where they go, but they'll be easy enough to move too. And so that one comes with that one. Just trying to get things straight in my head. You know how that goes. So anyway, that's that. Like I say, once I mount that, and then it can stand up a little bit. But I still kind of like to have it all the wiring underneath. I think that would be better, in my opinion, because this is going to almost have to be mounted underneath. It doesn't have to be, but it would be better, I think, if it was. I guess I could mount it like that. I mean, is what it is. Same with this resistor here. No sense in replacing something that's still good. I'm going to leave that trimmer attached as it is. And I will have these wires going wherever they need to go. So this is actually a connection point here, this middle one. I believe that's our feedback. And I think it goes to the screen grid or suppressor grid or something like that on the tube. But that'll be able to be wired. Not a problem. IF can. There are, like I said before, there's a couple of tabs here still on it that can be used for mounting. I'm thinking about making a mounting block for this. Use some type of material, and that way it'll set up a little bit, and I'll have 4 holes for the, again, that would have to be holes for that to go underneath. So I think underneath would be the best place to wire it. Obviously, now this would matter because it's going to be point-to-point wiring. Nothing will be connected on that. But I think that might be the way to go. Really thinking about it. So I doubt that I'll bring you back for any of that, but I may bring you back with some pictures and show you what I'm doing. But so I just, that was my thought process on this, and I thought, see how you guys feel about it. And if you guys have any suggestions or comments or anything of that nature, they are always welcome. So Anyway, that's going to be my little radio, or at least my RF section. And so I do have some things ordered. I won't say anything about them until they arrive, and I'll tell you more about them. But one of the items I found that was kind of interesting to me is a dual choke or dual coil. And I think what I'm going to try to use that for, it was really cheap. I bought some stuff from BG Micro and some stuff from Mike's Electronic Parts as well. And I think what it might be useful for is coupling. Go from this stage to the IF, and then I wouldn't really even have to use this IF can here. I don't know that it'll work for that, but I thought it would be fun to experiment with it and see if it does work for that. So, you know, that's my thought process on that. I have a few other parts ordered as well, one for another project I'm working on, and when they arrive I'll probably go into that in detail. But I thought we'd share that much of it with you for right now. And I think this is going to be a fun little project. My hope and dreams, I will be using the little green connectors, the ones that have the screw terminals on them, where you can connect the B plus and the filament voltage wires, and also maybe the antenna. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to try to wire that. It depends on if I connect it to this or not. I'll probably hardwire it if I just connect it to this. But if I don't, then, you know, that would be another thing to connect. Also, maybe a pull off on the plate of the tube, and see if I can't use that coil and take off there instead of going over to the actual IF of this radio, and go directly to the other one. So, things that I'm planning or working on, and I thought I would share that with you. You guys, in the meantime, have a great day. My grandson got married last night here in Seymour. I didn't attend the wedding. I'm kind of paranoid about this whole Rona thing. I told my daughter, I said, just don't feel comfortable being around a bunch of people. I don't generally enjoy socializing with people to begin with. I'm not antisocial, but I don't particularly, this is not one of my favorite things to do. And some people do like that, obviously. It takes all kinds to make up a world. But anyway, I'm not one of them. So, like I said, it's just, I just didn't want to do it. I sent my gift, obviously, with Lexi. Lexi went and said it was a pretty good time. I'm happy they got married and everything. So, not bad. Not bad. So, all right. Like I said, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we will see ya.